Remember when you could spring out of bed without a second thought, ready to tackle the day? If your legs aren't quite as spry as they used to be, don't worry, you're not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to recapture some of that youthful bounce in your step? It's not a magic pill or a newfangled gadget. It's something much simpler and more natural. Folks, we're about to uncover 7 vitamins and minerals that could be the key to keeping your legs strong and steady well into your golden years. Whether you're looking to maintain your independence, keep up with the grandkids at the park, or simply feel more confident when you're out and about, these nutrients could make all the difference. No more worrying about those pesky muscle cramps or feeling unsteady on your feet. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've heard all this before. But trust me, this isn't your run-of-the-mill health advice. We've done our homework, and what we're about to share might surprise you. So, why don't you settle into your favorite chair, maybe grab a cup of tea, and get ready to learn about the first vitamin on our list. It's one that might already be in your kitchen, but you've probably never thought about it for leg health. Are you ready to take the first step towards stronger, more reliable legs? Feel free to drop a comment below starting today to ask any questions you may have. Remember to hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you can always get the best health tips from Health Guide. Let's work together to create a healthier, stronger future. In our video, we will look at the 6 best vitamins to help strengthen your legs and rank our list from 6 to 1. Number 3 will surprise you a lot. Let's get started.
6. Potassium. Imagine waking up to a painful cramp in your calf as soon as you get out of bed. It's a familiar feeling for many and often signals a lack of potassium. This essential mineral is crucial for muscle health as it regulates fluid balance in muscle cells. When there's a potassium deficiency, muscles can tighten involuntarily, leading to those annoying cramps, particularly in the legs. For older adults, this problem can be even more serious due to poorer circulation or reduced muscle mass, turning a minor annoyance into a significant hindrance. But cramps aren't the only concern. Have you noticed your legs shaking after standing for a bit, or feeling stiff when you walk? Potassium is vital for transmitting messages between your nerves and muscles, facilitating smooth control. A shortage can disrupt this communication, causing shakiness, weakness, or impaired ability to lift your feet, all of which heightens the risk of falls. For seniors, preventing falls is critically important. Potassium's benefits extend beyond muscles to bone health. It neutralizes body acids that can weaken bone density over time. Research indicates a potassium-rich diet may slow bone loss, lowering the threat of osteoporosis and fortifying leg strength. Thus, potassium ensures that both muscles and bones in your legs function in unison. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough potassium for your legs? Luckily, many delicious options are available. While bananas are popular for their potassium, there are other great sources like sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, and oranges. Even a baked potato with its skin offers more potassium than a banana. The secret is to enjoy a variety of these foods every day to keep your muscles and bones well nourished. For those who struggle to meet their potassium needs through diet alone, supplements might seem appealing, but how much potassium is necessary? Women should aim for 2,600 milligrams daily, and men for 3,400 milligrams. This is generally attainable through a balanced diet rich in fruits, veggies, and legumes. However, if you have health issues affecting potassium levels, such as kidney disease or high blood pressure, you should carefully manage your intake and consult with a doctor to find the right amount.
5. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is often disregarded in conversations on leg strength, which normally center on calcium and protein as the primary topics of discussion. Vitamin B12, on the other hand, is necessary for proper neuromuscular function. By ensuring that the electric impulses from your spinal cord reach your legs in an effective manner, It helps to maintain the health of your nerves. If your muscles do not get enough amount of B12, they may receive erroneous signals, which may lead to issues such as weakness, instability, and loss of control over movement. The sensation of having heavy, fatigued legs, which is sometimes accompanied by numbness or tingling, is a typical sign of a B12 deficiency. Unfortunately, this impairment is rather common among those who are in their latter years. When compared to other vitamins, which the body either stores in fat or readily absorbs from a variety of meals, the absorption of B12 is strongly dependent on the function of the digestive system. In order to extract vitamin B12 from food, it is necessary to have sufficient stomach acid as well as a protein known as intrinsic factor. As we become older, our stomach acid production decreases, and disorders such as gastritis, acid reflux, and having taken antacids for an extended period of time may further impair absorption. Furthermore, a significant number of elderly people eat diets that are deficient in foods high in B12, which unwittingly results in a steady depletion of this essential component. A lack of vitamin B12 may have severe consequences, going beyond only causing weakness. It can also result in irreparable nerve damage, which can have an influence on a person's balance, coordination, and reflexes. The neurological effects of a lack of vitamin B12 are really being experienced by a significant number of elderly people who are suffering symptoms such as frequent falls, difficulty walking, or the sensation that their legs are no longer functioning well. Because this deterioration is often so slow, it is sometimes wrongly ascribed to the natural process of aging. However, it is completely avoidable in every way. Restoring depleted levels of B12 may significantly improve both mobility and energy levels. Research has shown that elderly people who are able to overcome this shortage see significant increases in their strength, endurance, and leg function. On the other hand, where does this essential vitamin originate? Unlike many other nutrients that may be found in plants, vitamin B12 is mostly found in items derived from animals. Shellfish, particularly clams and liver, as well as lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy products are the finest sources of this nutrient. For those who are following plant-based diets or who have difficulty absorbing B12, it is essential to consume enhanced foods, such as cereals and plant-based milks, as well as to take B12 supplements. Any extra vitamin B12 is easily eliminated from the body via urine, which is the good news. Vitamin B12 is among the safest vitamins to take as a supplement with. There are a lot of elderly people who might benefit from taking high-dose B12 supplements or getting injections on a regular basis, especially if they have trouble absorbing B12 from diet. Maintaining appropriate levels and preventing the progressive deterioration in leg function that is linked with deficiency may be accomplished by the monitoring of blood from a regular basis. The most important thing to take away from this is that having powerful legs is on more than simply having strong muscles. They also rely on having proper nerve function, having rapid reflexes, and having great coordination. It doesn't matter how much you exercise, if your nerves aren't working properly, your legs won't be able to make the necessary amount of progress. It is a potent technique that is sometimes disregarded, but maintaining correct levels of B12 is one of the most effective ways to preserve mobility and quality of life as you age. 4. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is an essential nutrient for gracefully aging into old age. The natural process of aging causes changes to occur in our bodies. As a result of this, the muscle mass decreases, the density of the bones decreases, and motions that were once simple might start to seem difficult. Surprisingly, a deficiency in vitamin D is one of the causes of this deterioration that is often skipped over. In spite of the fact that many people are familiar with vitamin D for its function in bone health, it is equally important for the maintenance of leg strength, balance, and general functioning. In this article, we will discuss the reasons why. This vitamin is necessary for maintaining mobility and health in older adults, as well as the ways in which ensuring enough intake may considerably improve quality of life. As we become older, our skin loses its ability to produce vitamin D from the sun with the same efficiency. As a result of mobility challenges, changes in lifestyle, or worries about skin damage, a significant number of elderly people spend less time outside. As a consequence, this leads to a general insufficiency that gradually weakens muscles, which ultimately results in legs that are fragile and inconsistent. There is a clear connection between low levels of vitamin D and muscular weakness, which has been observed in a number of studies. This connection increases the risk of falls in senior people. The findings of a study that was published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrated that elderly people who had appropriate levels of vitamin D had superior muscular strength, enhanced coordination, and enhanced balance, which resulted in a decreased likelihood of accidents and fractures. People who had a deficit, on the other hand, saw a more rapid decline in their muscle mass, which made it more challenging to do routine tasks such as ascending stairs or standing up. Although calcium absorption and bone health are both very essential activities, vitamin D is responsible for a far wider range of benefits. It does this by increasing the rate of protein synthesis and improving neuromuscular transmission, both of which have a significant impact on muscle performance. If you don't have it, your leg muscles will have a difficult time functioning properly. Think of it as fuel for your leg muscles. Several studies have shown that vitamin D has a significant role in the maintenance of fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are necessary for maintaining balance and speedy reflexes. Legs are able to respond more quickly to disruptions in balance thanks to these fibers, which contribute to the prevention of falls. In the absence of sufficient vitamin D, these fibers become less effective, which leads to delayed responses, weaker muscular contractions, and an increased risk of injury. Vitamin D also helps decrease inflammation in muscular tissues, which helps alleviate the persistent pain and discomfort that is often experienced by elderly people in their legs. The simple act of boosting one's vitamin D levels may provide great comfort to those who suffer from leg pain on a regular basis, including cramping, stiffness, or pain that cannot be explained. Not only can neglecting vitamin D deficiency result in legs that are weaker, but it may also lead to major health problems. Fractures and osteoporosis are the most major causes for worry. If you do not consume enough vitamin D, your body will have difficulty absorbing calcium, which will lead to bones that are fragile and prone to shattering. Simply falling might result in a serious fracture, which would have a significant effect on one's mobility and freedom. A shortage of vitamin D is connected with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and a compromised immune system. This is in addition to the influence that it has on bones and muscles. Not only do elderly people who do not get enough vitamin D risk having legs that are weaker, but they also have a greater chance of developing chronic ailments, which further reduces their quality of life that they have. The question now is, what can be done? The encouraging news is that reaching appropriate levels of vitamin D is not only simple, but also has the potential to result in life-changing advantages. Here are the most efficient methods for increasing your vitamin D levels and maintaining the strength and stability of your legs. 1. Sun exposure. Spending as little as 15 to 30 minutes in direct sunshine, especially in the morning or late afternoon, will naturally increase the amount of vitamin D being produced in the body. Absorption is maximized when the arms and legs are exposed. Nevertheless, it is important to exercise caution while using sunscreen since it might decrease the production of vitamin D. 2. Foods rich in vitamin D. Although a diet alone may not be enough to satisfy daily requirements, including fatty fish such as salmon and mackerel, fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms in your diet can help enhance your consumption of vitamin D. Supplements. A vitamin D supplement is an absolute need for a great number of elderly people, especially those who spend a significant amount of time outside. For optimum bone and muscular health, the majority of experts suggest taking between 800 and 1,000 international units, IU, per day. However, greater dosages may be required for severe deficiencies under the guidance of a medical professional. It is possible to get information about your vitamin D levels with a simple blood test, and many medical professionals frequently check this in older persons because of the significant role it plays in preventing fractures and falls. In contrast, to younger people, whose bones are still in the process of rebuilding, older citizens undergo steady bone mass loss, which brings to an increased risk of fractures. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and lower limb stress fractures are all serious injuries that may occur in older persons. This is particularly harmful for the legs, since these injuries are quite common. The fall was rather modest and might have been 3. Calcium in young people. Minor injuries might be harmless, but for individuals with insufficient calcium deposits, they can lead to lengthy recovery periods or even permanent mobility issues. Calcium's significance goes beyond just building strong bones. It is essential for muscle contraction as well. Whether you're taking a step or standing up from a chair, your muscles engage in a complex interaction with calcium ions. Calcium triggers muscle contractions that allow for smooth and controlled movements. When calcium levels are inadequate, muscles may cramp, become weak, or struggle to produce the strength necessary for stability. This explains why calcium deficiency often results in frequent leg cramps, sluggish movements, and decreased muscle endurance. So, how can you ensure adequate calcium intake for your body? While dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese are among the richest sources, they are not the only options. Leafy greens such as kale, bok choy, almonds, tofu, sardines, and calcium-enriched plant-based milks also offer substantial calcium. The secret is variety. By including a broad range of calcium sources in your diet, you promote consistent absorption and improved bone health. However, food alone might not always meet your needs, particularly for those with dietary limitations or absorption challenges. In these cases, calcium supplements can be beneficial, especially when taken with vitamin D to boost absorption. It's crucial to find the right balance, though, as too much calcium, particularly from supplements, can cause artery deposits, kidney stones, and digestive issues. For older adults, the suggested daily intake ranges from 1,000 to 1,200 mg of calcium, ideally sourced from a blend of natural foods and supplements if needed. Besides intake, physical activity plays a critical role. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, resistance training, and even light jogging support bone strengthening by helping direct calcium precisely where it's needed, into bones and muscles. Without exercise, even an adequate calcium intake cannot thoroughly fortify the skeletal system. Ignoring calcium intake doesn't just weaken your bones, it strips you of the freedom to move, participate in beloved activities, and preserve your independence. A life rich in mobility, stability, and self-assurance starts with robust bones and well-functioning muscles, both of which need calcium. 2. Vitamin K and vitamin B6. Vitamin K, calcium, and vitamin D are often mentioned when discussing critical vitamins for strong bones, but vitamin K is as important. It is the essential component that keeps calcium from accumulating in arteries or other soft tissues, where it may cause stiffness, circulation troubles, and cardiovascular disease. Instead, it guides calcium to the bones where it is required. In essence, vitamin K serves as a traffic director, making sure calcium maintains the strength and flexibility of your legs and strengthens your bones. This becomes especially important for senior people. According to research, those who consume more vitamin K often have stronger bones, a decreased chance of fracture, and improved bone health. This is because vitamin K increases bone density and fracture resistance by activating osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone matrix. But vitamin K is important for more than just bones. It is also essential for healthy muscles and joints. Many people forget that strong bones are just one aspect of good legs. Other factors include limber joints and effective muscles. It has been shown that vitamin K reduces joint inflammation, which may decrease the course of osteoarthritis and ease knee stiffness, a common problem in older persons. Vitamin K may be the supplement you're missing to keep your knees active and relieve pain if they feel stiff or tight after sitting. Weakened leg muscles are often linked to balance problems, trouble walking, and an increased risk of falls. According to new research, vitamin K helps maintain muscular strength and coordination, particularly in older adults, by controlling calcium levels in muscle cells, guaranteeing appropriate operation, and preventing clumsy motions that might cause falls. Vitamin K1 is largely found in plants and may be found in foods including Brussels sprouts, collard greens, Swiss chard, spinach, and kale. Further advantages are provided by vitamin K2, which is found in aged cheeses, fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, and certain animal products like liver and egg yolks. K2 has a longer half-life in the body and contributes more to the movement of calcium into bones as opposed to arteries. Increasing your consumption of leafy greens and fermented foods is a smart way to naturally raise your vitamin K levels. A daily amount of sautéed spinach in your dinner or a serving of kale in a smoothie may make a big difference. However, supplements may be required for those who have trouble absorbing vitamin K from food, such as those who have digestive problems or have used antibiotics for a long time. Be cautious. As vitamin K impacts blood clotting, you should speak with a healthcare provider before increasing your consumption if you're using blood thinners like warfarin. Vitamin B6. Many people are unaware of how important vitamin B6, sometimes referred to as pyridoxine, is for muscular and leg strength. B6 is essential for nerve health, muscle regeneration, and ensuring the body utilizes protein effectively to create and preserve muscular mass, even if many other nutrients help with mobility. Even the strongest muscles may deteriorate without it over time, making even seemingly easy tasks like standing or climbing stairs extremely taxing. The function of vitamin B6 in nerve transmission and coordination is often overlooked. Numbness, tingling, and unstable walking might result from these signals being slow or misdirected when B6 is lacking. Many elderly people mistakenly believe that these symptoms indicate age-related muscle atrophy, but in fact, neuromuscular function is hampered by inadequate nutritional intake. Vitamin B6 also plays a significant role in decreasing muscular tiredness brought on by inflammation. B6 keeps legs more flexible and robust by controlling the body's inflammatory reactions and easing muscular soreness. Increasing your vitamin B6 consumption may have a big impact if you've been suffering from chronic stiffness or a sluggish recovery after exercise. Vitamin B6 is essential for red blood cell production in addition to muscular function. These cells provide your muscles with the endurance they need for prolonged exercise by distributing oxygen throughout your body. Reduced hemoglobin levels from a B6 deficiency might cause your muscles to not get the oxygen they need, which can result in early fatigue and decreased endurance. Your body may be telling you that you need extra B6 if you often feel abnormally exhausted after taking short walks or engaging in mild activities. Fortunately, there are many of delicious and easily available foods that contain this important vitamin. Good sources include poultry, seafood, such as salmon and tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals. By include these items in your diet, you may naturally raise your B6 levels, which will enhance muscular strength and neurological function. B6 supplements may be required to achieve adequate levels for those with dietary limitations, poor nutritional absorption, or digestive issues. Age and gender-specific recommendations for daily consumption vary, with older persons typically needing 1.5 ml for women and 1.7 ml for males. Although getting B6 from food is generally safe, high-dose supplements should be used with caution since prolonged, excessive usage might harm nerves. The easiest way to guarantee a consistent supply without needless hazards is to concentrate on eating a balanced diet high in B6 sources. 1. Magnesium. Look closely. Magnesium is softly in the background, making sure your muscles get the messages they need for relaxation and smooth contraction. Acting as the master supervisor of muscular activity, it helps endurance, reduces tiredness, and helps toward spasms. Restless leg syndrome and regular evening leg cramps are an often disregarded yet prevalent indicator of magnesium shortage. Many elderly people get unexpected, severe muscular cramps in their legs, particularly at night, which disturbs sleep and recuperation after daily activity. This is more than just pain. It's a sign the body has difficulty correctly controlling muscular relaxation. For people with muscular tension and unregulated contraction, magnesium is very vital as it calms hyperactive nerve impulses and stops unplanned muscle convulsions. Still, magnesium's significance goes beyond muscles. It also is vital for joint health and bone density. Although calcium is sometimes emphasized for bone strength, it cannot operate as it should without magnesium. This mineral ensures that calcium is correctly incorporated into bones instead of sitting in soft tissues, where it might cause stiffness and joint discomfort by helping control calcium transport. Higher magnesium intake is linked, according to studies, with stronger bones and a reduced incidence of fractures in older persons, hence indicating it's vital for general mobility. Common magnesium insufficiency is mostly caused by stress, drugs, and bad eating habits, easily depleting the mineral. Many elderly people use medicines like diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, certain blood pressure medications that lower magnesium levels. This causes widespread deficit that gradually reduces strength, endurance, and flexibility when coupled with diets low in foods high in magnesium. Many older persons therefore report lesser stamina, shorter walking distances, slower stair climbing, and tiredness after basic activities, not just because of age, but also because of a lack of essential nutrients to fuel activity. Reversing cramps, increasing energy, and restoring ease of movement, refilling magnesium levels may almost immediately improve leg health. Among the healthiest nutritional sources include whole grains, nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and legumes, especially abundant in magnesium. Foods such pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados provide a natural approach to maintain muscular and bone well-being. But for those who find insufficient from food alone, magnesium pills, especially magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, which the body absorbs more easily, can be a good substitute. It's amazing how different things seem after magnesium replenishment. Senior citizens who used to feel slow and depressed discover their legs responding with fresh energy. Those who had regular muscular cramps or stiffness find alleviation, therefore improving their flexibility of movement and quality of sleep. Magnesium helps control the neuromuscular connections responsible. Therefore, even balance and coordination become better. Please click the like button if this video was useful. It greatly helps us in delivering more worthwhile information to you. We appreciate hearing from you, so please leave a comment below with your ideas, queries, or suggestions for future subjects. Remember to subscribe and enable alerts so you Don't miss our most recent health advice. Keep yourself updated, maintain your health, and I'll see you in the future video.